coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Washington football team. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down now. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
It's a 1st down and more for Gibson. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, 73 yards. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and he
fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Xavier Howard up to make the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw is Heineke. Escaping the pressure right. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 4th and inches in plus territory. That seemed like a prime spot to go for.
It certainly did, and there's so many things that go into it. Are you too far away for a field goal, but not far away to punt it? Do you just feel like your offense is better? I just think in today's NFL, offense feels like it has to take care of the football, has to keep the ball, because scoring is up.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes.
There he goes left side. The 20. Touchdown Dolphins. Myles Gaskin, 78 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Heineke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Being chased out left. And oh, it'll be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9. know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Heineke to throw it. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They'll run with Gibson. It's a 1st down and more for Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And they've had little to no success stopping him on the ground all game long because that's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and by far the best touchdown of the bunch. They came in this game knowing that they needed to rely on him, and the defense knew they needed to slow him down, yet he's delivered in a big way, and he's been sensational.
Waddle will return this from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And this will complete to Will Fuller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Tua's throws taken in by Waddle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A handoff for Gibson. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Waddle now to return it. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A play fake for Gasket. Now Tua. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Will Fuller, 46 yards. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense, as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 84 yards. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Meanwhile, Tua's throw taken in here by Fuller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Tua now on first down. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 3rd down. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. This from 42 yards out. Sanders' kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
It's a squiver picked up around the 27. Able to fight through 1 tackle.
No pain, no gain. Good work, boys. Let's go.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. Waddle will return this from the end zone. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tua's throw here, taken in by Gesicki. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Forced out to his left. And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Dancing to his left. And he's going to go down, but a penalty marker too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
From the gun, it's Tua. Another catch there for Waddle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Myles Gaskin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Steps away to his left. And he's got it. So they're trying for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass, that maybe he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. That will make this a 4-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Throwing, Heineke. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. On the counter, Gibson. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And they're indeed going. Here's Heineke. Flushed out right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Looking to pass. Tua. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! Myles Gaskin, 36 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Washington on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Gibson again. It's a first down and more for Gibson. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. A big gain there on 3rd and long.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, it's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate? Right now, the options are wide open.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second down and goal. Heineke. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get